everybody. Welcome to part one of our August tour. We have a lot of new family members in the ground right now, and we can't wait to share them with you. It's a part one because part two, we just have so much we can't lay it all out in one video and do like a 9-hour video for you. So I hope you enjoy the new things that we have growing here, and we can't wait to show you all the new stuff. Come on with us. Okay, we got this. It's a rhino horn banana. It's more like a plantain though, because they're like 18 to 22 inches long. We got this at a tree for me, Jill and Cardy. We love going down there. We picked up a couple trees this weekend down there. We can't wait to get those in the ground this evening. This guy down here is a praying hand banana, which we got at Going Bananas in Florida City. And the bananas themselves grow together like this, and you have to like peel them apart when they're ripe and eat them. And we tried some when we were there. It was a really nice place. We have a Cavendish that we rescued from the pool here on Banana Boulevard. And we got a Goldfinger banana, which we actually ate while we were there. It made us decide to get it because it was so delicious. Had a unique flavor for a banana, but it was very good. That's another Cavendish, a rescue Cavendish. And this is new also. We haven't shown you. This is from Linda and Sharice gave us these sugar cane. Sorry to say theirs did not grow, and look at ours. Ours is growing pretty decent actually, but we're going to share it with them because they shared it with us. We have potato bin, sweet potato bin, which was, we didn't look at this last time. That was a little baby thing, and you can see they're all over the place. The roots are going crazy. We actually cut up some of the greens the other day to eat with some of our supper that we cooked. This guy, oh my God. Where do you see the avocados on this guy? This is the first year that we had them. The tree's been in the ground. We got this from Valkaria Gardens, and we actually had to top it. If you can see, we had to top because it was just going crazy, and they said, you know what, you can top it, of course you can, and we're going to keep it about that height. We already picked out one of our pineapples. We snapped them out, but that was a success. They're little guys. I mean, you can see that they look yummy. We can't wait to get into one, but it's also the first year that they pop out. They say that they're smaller the first year, and then after they sucker again, because you can see this plant here has suckered. They said the guy that's going to come out of here is going to be much bigger than this guy. You can see my hand there. It's kind of small. So this plant is going to supposedly kick out a monster. Oh, look, there's a couple coming out of here. And they also tell you to, out of the same plant, to just leave one sucker go. And that's what we did with this guy. This guy is the main sucker that's left off of this one that we snapped out of here. You can see that's where the pineapple stem was flopping over. I went up and touched it, and it kind of fell off, so we knew it was ready. And we've been having some troubles with, and if anybody knows anything about the Caribbean fruit fly, we've been having some trouble. This is our Barbie pink guava, which we love, and it's been doing really well. It looks like it's going to blow over actually. Yeah, we had to tie it up a couple times. It's tough, and it's really doing good. It's from Bach Gardens. They had a little show out there, and we went out there to see that. So it might even fall over on video. That would be nice, huh? Yeah, we got to retie this up. It's still a baby, but it's really doing so great. I can't wait to, solve the fruit fly problem because they have little worms inside of them, and they're gross. Who wants to eat worms? Our orange tree, look, this guy is actually going to be orange, and we're happy and hopeful that a lot of the other stuff on here starts as new growth on it all the time. When you see this guy, this is like the monster wall of Loafer. Okay, underneath here you have the wire, the normal fence. I don't know if we can even see it. See this fence here? That's just fence with some 2 pieces of 3/4 EMT on the side driven in, and this is just taken over. And you can see here we're gonna have loafer. Yes, we'll be trying to eat it, or maybe scrub with it. You never know. From here you can see we added another butterfly garden, and it's just going crazy. One of my favorite things about when we plant a butterfly garden in this area is the all of a sudden appearance of the candelabra plant, which it shows up everywhere voluntarily. This guy here, we didn't plant him. He just showed up, which makes me think he might be a little invasive, but he's also really grown good. The Buddha belly plant, look at this guy. St. Francis can't even see out of here. The Buddha belly's looking really nice. It looks so much better than last year. And of course, you see in here, candelabra, right in the middle of. We have milkweed in there for the big butterfly, the
monarch.
Yeah, the monarch. Okay, and this is one of our problems this year. If you can see all these little beetles, see these guys? They have just been eating all of our veggies and everything. And this is, what is that? It's fennel, right? This stuff is fennel. It's gone to seed. So we're going to have a lot of fennel seed. Looks like it's on its way. We're going to have a lot of fennel to plant. And of course behind it, we have a lot of turmeric just shooting up out of there. And of course, there's more milkweed coming through. Zinnias like crazy. These zinnias are going to grow to be about 4 foot tall. Thank you, Linda. And back in here, this coral plant, we got that. Was that another Jill and Cardy plant? We got that from a tree for me. That thing was a little sucker. We didn't think it was going to make it, and it's doing fine. And it just keeps growing every year. We have some pinta here that looks really great. Look how colorful that is. And we haven't had as many butterflies this year as we did last year, so we're, kind of hating that. We want to have butterflies. The Plantain Family here, you can see the stalks are big. We're waiting for a shoot to come out with the flower on it, and they're just healthy as everything. We want to see them shoot up a plantain flower. See that nice flower come out and let those plantains ripen. And the guy next to him is the Namois, and the Namois is looking fabulous. He's got a couple suckers now. As you can see, we have, and there's always weeding to do in Central Florida, you know what I mean? You can't get around it. So we have 2 nice suckers coming up out of him, and he's not on the boulevard, pardon us. We didn't know we were going to go down there, but that's the wet area down there. We're all Banana Boulevard. This is the pomegranate, and the pomegranate, we trimmed it up a little bit, and it looks a lot healthier than it did last year. And I can't wait till we get some, because we saw some also when we were down in Florida City that were just absolutely delicious. You break them off and you just open them up and you chew on those juicy seeds, and it's just so refreshing. We've been to a couple mango fests this year, and one of our favorites was the juicy peach mango. And we had to buy one again. This was at Valkaria Gardens. We got this guy. In another 2 years, this guy will be bearing fruit. Now, we don't know if we want it to bear fruit or not. We might have to cut some of the fruit off and let it grow, because that's what we've been told. If the first couple of years, if you have a small tree, you should probably cut the fruit off of it and let the fruit fall to the ground, and let the energy of the tree focus on growing up and rooting down. We have the Valencia Pride mango. I'm always amazed at this, because this is like our first real tree. And what we learned also, that is when this thing flowers, that we have 3 opportunities if there is a freeze, because this will flower in the winter time. So if it flowers and it freezes, we can come out and cut the buds off, cut the flowers off, and then it'll have a chance to regrow new flowers. So if this thing happens to flower again, and it will, because this thing is just healthy. This is where the fruit was hanging last year. Little baby ones. They look like jelly beans. We got all excited, and then all of a sudden, they all fell off. So this guy is obviously not ready to hold fruit yet, but when he does, we love the Valencia Pride. The persimmon. This guy, the Fuyu persimmon, he's looking decent. He was nothing but a stick before, and he's still kind of a stick, but he's a stick with leaves at least. He's not looking like a tree or anything yet to me, but it's, you're here for time. You just put the right soil, in the soil, fertilize it, and help it grow. We're dealing with nematodes here. This is the brown fig, right? The brown turkey fig. And it's not liking it. It has been the same size for a year and a half, and from what we've gathered, they don't like nematodes. So we have to get around here, and we're going to really put some good nutrition and some healthy compost, and do a little bit of micronutrients in there with azomite, and surround this thing, and they just don't like that. The nematodes don't like that. So we're going to do some rescue mission on this guy. This fig seems to be okay. We chopped it here, and it seems to be shrubbing out when I did that. There's a lot more if you notice here. You can see these guys are a lot thicker now. And since we cut this guy, because it was up here looking like the brown turkey one, which it was a stick with 4 brown leaves on it. So we cut that off, and then all of a sudden now it's starting to shrub up. We grew black-eyed peas for the first time, and we're having kind of a problem, as you can see here. We have a lot of bugs that are planting stinging their eggs right through there. These are all volunteer sweet potatoes over here. This is the lush undergrowth of our garden, is the sweet potato. We had one that just popped up in our garden last year, and it took over. We left it when we picked last year's crop of sweet potato, and now it's this lush undergrowth. It's underneath everything here. I bet you we have a nice half a wheelbarrow in here full of sweet potatoes. As a matter of fact, it's invasive. Look at our basil. Our basil's going, hey, what about me? I want to grow. Well, how about grow? Get going. Grow. Potato vine is everywhere. Look at it. It's underneath our okra. Who's peeking out? Sweet potato vine. And look at us. What do we have in here? Okra. Yeah, look at all the ants. Ay, ay, ay. Look at how tall this eggplant is. I don't want to get in there because I'm going to get stung probably. But you can see exactly how tall this eggplant is because it's staked up and everything. I mean, it's about 4 foot tall in there, and it's growing really great. I mean, we have a lot of nice okra growing everywhere. And if you see this, look how tall this is. This is huge. I didn't know okra could get this tall. And there it is. Look, okra. Hello, and ants too. Okra and ants. We got to come out here and harvest. And if you swing right behind me here, you're going to see our sock tree. We have a nylon sock tree. Yes, this is our papaya tree. We actually pulled one off, and it's looking really good. We have to get some more on because, look at that, hit by the wasp. So we have a lot of papayas growing, and they're covered up with nylon. We have to get some more because you can see they're just, whoop, there you go. They're going to get stung, and the stinking fruit wasp lays its eggs inside of there, and you have to spray underneath it. And look, we have a lot of, permaculture. That's, what kind of mint is this?
Lime mint, maybe?
Yeah, it is. We have lime mint growing underneath there, and there's some basil also growing over there. It's looking really good. We have a couple trees that are just, these are all from seed. Look at these guys, sweetie. Woo! We got a couple. Yeah, look at this root. So it fell over kind of, and we never propped it up, and it's going to grow up sideways. And there's fruit on it. And there's a lot of basil right next to it and under it. Purple basils. And this basil here is really doing well. How's our maggot form? I don't want to trample on the thyme. Let's see what this is. This will be horrible. Oh, look at us. That is our, look at the bug that comes out of that thing. See that? It's too hot for the worms that, the red wigglers that everybody uses. And we have red debt. It's also okay if you end up getting maggots because of the temperature. They actually do the same thing. They break everything down, and you still have this really nice, you could see it was dark, rich soil. Tarragon herb alley over here, looking really good. Could probably use a weeding. Again, we're in Central Florida, so, so good. I love the smell of tarragon too. Mexican tarragon is so good. And this time, I can't believe how good Holly did with this stuff. We couldn't get it going for anything, and then all of a sudden, it grows like crazy now. So, we just wanted to do a short tour, and I don't know if that's really short or not, but It's looking good out here. Look at this bamboo guy. One more thing. Yeah, Columbo, one more thing. This guy was not here the other day. I came out, I always look at the bamboo to see, because I'm hoping this guy, this patch over here does something good eventually. This guy was not here. And then all of a sudden, look, he is. He's like taking the place over. And they say that the next one that comes after him is going to be bigger, and the next one bigger. So that's kind of cool. Well, it looks like we have at least one bunch of those that are going to work really good. Well, I'm glad everybody took time to take a listen to us and watch this video. We have some more that we're going to do for you next week. We'll take a tour around the rest of the house to see some of the other stuff that we have cooking here in gardening in Florida, and make some comments so we can learn from you and spread the gardening love. Thank you.